The Hebrew word we're talking about today is pronounced albad. Albad. Go ahead and say that. Albad. Now, albad is simply a word that means work. Um, and so the translations that you see there that say that Adam was placed in the garden to work it are the closest to the Hebrew word. But there's a second translation actually for the word that is serve. And the thing about that is that when you go into a specific translation of the Bible, such as the NASB, the New American Standard Bible, what you'll find is that uh, Albad gets translated serve hundreds of times when Albad gets translated work maybe a dozen times. And so the word gets has that concept of serving that is there, but it's really hard to think about working the ground as serving. But what I'd like for you to do is to think about that right now just as an option. What if we translated it serve, even though it's not in any of our Bibles that way? How is Adam serving the ground, serving it, by working in the garden, by tilling the garden and so forth? Think about this for a second. Uh, right behind me here are soybeans that are growing. And there's a farmer that planted those soybeans so that they could grow. And the soybeans need certain things in order to grow. They need the air in order to photosynthesize. They need water. They need sunlight. If the farmer planted those seeds underneath a bunch of trees where it couldn't get sunlight, that wouldn't help the soybeans. It would not serve them. They would not be able to grow. The farmer is serving the ground, serving the plants so that they have everything that they need to grow. See, if you think about work as service in that way, all of a sudden you start to see why we feel good when we work, why there's a sense of purpose. Because what's happening is that we're making the world a better place. We are making it better for the soybeans when we create an environment where the soybeans can grow. We're making the world a better place when we wash the dishes and do the laundry, because now the dirty, nasty mess doesn't pile up, and we don't end up with flies flying around because it smells so bad. We're making the world a better place as we train up our children in the way that they should go. You see, God wants us to live. God wants us to live abundantly. God wants us to live eternally. And so, even when we're changing the diapers and feeding the child, we are serving the child, but we are feeling good because we are working the way God has designed us to work. Work is good.